Hey guys, my name's Nick. Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be walking through the Fillout integration with Attio, as well as how you can use a workflow to do several things with a Fillout form in Attio. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at is the Fillout form. So we have this onboarding form here, and we can click into the personal details. You've got first name, last name, email, title, company website, where the source was from. Based off of the source, this information will go away. You can add your team members, and then legal, so company address, because we want to add this to invoices as well as contracts and things like that. So what we can do in Attio is we can set up this onboarding form responses, which is a custom object, and we've got a couple of things here. So first name, last name, email, phone number, and title. And then you also see we have this associated person. And so in the integration for Fillout in Attio, we can come in here, we can select our account, next, select an object. We're going to select the onboarding form response object, and then we're going to add our mappings. So for example, first name maps to the first name question, last name maps to last name, phone number maps to phone number, title to title, and we'll do email to email. So we'll click finish setup, publish now. Great, so now our form is published. So if I come in here and preview this and just get started with this. So I will do Jane at example.com, Jane Doe, CEO's fine, example, company, example.com, and then we'll do other next, we'll add nobody, and then we'll add an address, 121 Main Street, New York, country, United States. All right, so before I submit, again, you'll see this is empty. If I search for Jane Doe, you'll see there is a Jane at example.com already. So let me go ahead and submit this. It's been submitted. You should see this get added here, and notice there's no associated person. And now there is an associated person. So this associated person is actually coming through a workflow. So I'll click in here to workflows, and we'll take a look at the onboard new users and update records. So this is a workflow that I built. So record created, looking at onboarding form responses. Then it's looking for a record, which is based off of the email address, looking for the person. And then depending on whether the person is found or not found, it will either update or create the person. And then we're doing a prompt completion, which is just to get the ID of the either updated or created person, and then get the person record. So that way we can then update the person record and relate it to the entry in the onboarding form responses. So this is the workflow setup to make that happen, because we are doing the update and create based off of if the person was found or not. If I do another search for John Doe, you'll see there is a John Doe, John at LeanTask, but there is no John Doe at example.com. So if I go back to this onboarding form responses, and then I also refresh this and restart, and I come in here and I say John Doe, John at example.com, example.com, go through this, 121 Main Street, New York, United States, submit. Then again, we should see this person show up, and then it's going to create the new John Doe and then associate that through that relationship. So you'll see John at example. This was just created now. So that's one side of the workflow, as well as the integration with Fillout. And then another workflow that I have created, which we actually use internally, is to create an onboarding URL. And so this workflow is pretty simple. When a deal goes to a certain status, in this case, we're filtering for in progress, we run this prompt completion, which just gives us this form with the URL parameters and the specific variables from Attio, and then it updates the URL in the onboarding form URL. So if I go to the deals and I just take this, let's say Canopy Analytics, and I move this into in progress and open this up, you'll see that the onboarding form URL is empty and this will get populated. And then if I click on that URL, because it has these pre-filled URLs, now Tessie, Spinka, email address, the company website, this is all data that's in Attio that is now pre-populated in this form. So this doesn't have to be for onboarding, it can be for anything, but this is a really good way to make filling out forms faster for your existing customers or leads by taking the data that you do have in Attio and pushing it into these URL parameters. That's all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. Let us know down in the comments below what type of videos you'd like to see from us moving forward. And until next time, take care.